Hey y'all, it's Sierra, and this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you have Aries in any of those placements in your birth chart, this reading could resonate with you. There may be a message here for you. If you find that this reading does not resonate, you may want to check out the readings for your other signs, and the message may be in one of the other signs on your chart. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I don't have too much time, so I'm gonna try to make it concise and to the point. We are starting off with the Two of Cups. This is generally a good card to get. It's talking about mutual attraction, mutual love for one another, or, just reciprocation. Not We're not dealing with unrequited love here, or a situation where one person is all in and the other person has one foot in and one foot out. That is typically what this card means, but let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We have the Four of Swords, so this just represents the need to rest, take a break, meditate. You might have been worrying a lot lately. You may have a lot on your plate. So some of you are needing to take the time to just rest and be to yourself. Sometimes when it comes to being in a relationship, if some of you are, you might end up spending too much time with the other person. So for some of you, you may just need some alone time. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this before, but this reading is basically for whenever you come across it, whenever you see it, whenever you watch this video, this is when the message should apply to you, or it should be applying sometime soon, near the time frame of you watching the video. Okay, so we also have the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. With those two cards, Queen of Pentacles, it can be a mother figure. It can be some sort of mentor. It's typically a woman, somebody who kind of shows you the ropes, shows you the way, takes you under her wing. And then we have the Empress card as well, which can represent pregnancy and motherhood, or just creating something. So some of you may be wanting to conceive a child. If that's the case, I am showing that you do need to take your time to rest, not overthink it, don't worry too much about it. And some of you may have possibly lost a child, so if that is the case, I do apologize about that. Sorry to hear that. If that is something you're dealing with, that can be very frustrating. But it seems like there is something having to do with either being a mother, wanting to become a mother, or possibly you might have some issues that need to be worked out with your own mother or some sort of mother figure. We also have the Nine of Wands. So in the Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles can definitely talk about manifestation. So with all of that being said, taking the time to create, taking the time to manifest. Some of you are definitely wanting to conceive and have a child. And it may not have been easy for you. It may have been a long road. So with the Nine of Wands, it's just letting you know to just hold on, hang in there. It may not have happened as quickly as you wanted it to, but just hang in there and just keep trying, but don't overthink it. You don't want to stress yourself out too much, because that can actually push away or repel what it is that you're trying to create. So if you're not trying to make a literal baby, it's a project that you've been working on, some sort of business that you want to come to life, or project, or something like that. Now, we do have dietary change, a new exercise program. So for some of you, if you are working on having a child, you may want to change some of the things that you're eating and your exercising habits. They can have an effect on fertility. This seems very specific. I get a little nervous when the messages are so specific. Like, oh my God, is this just for one person? But I have to go with what I have. Maybe I don't have a whole lot of Aries that are going to be watching this video. So, again, if it doesn't resonate, check out one of your other signs, because this is definitely seeming like a very specific reading. So if you are trying to conceive a child, make sure your eating habits and your exercising habits are conducive to that. Even with this protection card, if you know about tarot or you've been watching readings for a while, you'll know that a lot of the times the Empress card will be a woman that has like the world as her stomach or like a pregnant Empress card. So this kind of looks like that. The woman has like this earth in her hands and it's over her stomach. So again, this theme of having a child is showing up strong here. Again, if it's not an actual child, it's just your baby in the sense of something that you've been working very hard on, something that you want to bring to life. We have protection here, so be careful about who you're telling about what it is that you want to do. People may try to work against you. I don't believe that anybody can completely stop your manifestations or keep you from achieving what you want to achieve, but I do think they can try to make it more difficult for you, and they can try to introduce doubt into your mind. So be protective over your ideas, be protective over yourself. If there are situations that you need to leave and relationships that you need to get out of because they are not healthy, then you definitely want to take the steps towards getting out of those situations as well. We have dreams here, well-being, and boundaries. So with the boundaries, well-being, and protection, for some of you, you may have thought your relationship was like the Two of Cups at first. And if it's not a relationship, it could be a business partnership. It seemed like it was going to be mutually beneficial, but it may be getting to a point where you're seeing it's not really benefiting you. It's causing you stress, anxiety, and worry. So if that is the case, you want to do what it takes to set the proper boundaries to be able to protect yourself and your vision. Some of you are getting messages in your dreams. Some of you, something is keeping you up at night, not being able to sleep, not being able to rest. And it could be just worrying about bringing to life an actual baby or an actual project, or the feeling that you need to get out of a situation and you're feeling stress and anxiety about how you're going to go about doing that. How am I going to be on my own? You might be used to working with a partner, or you might be used to being in a relationship. But you definitely want to keep your well-being in mind. We have dietary change, new exercise program, well-being. There is this theme of needing to be healthy physically, but also with this dreams card and this Four of Swords, you need to be healthy mentally as well, and taking the breaks that you need to take, whether it be from a person, a thing, or a situation. And then we have forgiveness and understanding. So for some of you, there are issues with your actual mother. So there may be some forgiveness and understanding that you need to exercise towards them. That doesn't mean you have to be best friends with them. That doesn't mean you have to like them. It's more so for your greatest good, so that way you're not holding on to resentment. Maybe you feel like your mother was not there to protect you as she should have been, and that's something that you might need to work on releasing. Okay, we also have the inner queen, and the goddess is Persephone, and the crystal is ruby. You know what's funny? I think it's Greek mythology where they talk about the goddess Persephone, but her mom played a big role in that story. I think her mom was Demeter. So her mom played a big role in that story, and she was like, okay, so it was Hades. Hades like took Persephone, for a certain period of time out of the year. He made her stay in the underworld with him, something like that. And her mother, Demeter, was sad and upset by it. So, during those months when it's cold, like fall, winter, or whatever, they try to say that's why we have different seasons, something like that. But I'm just saying that to say her mom was a big part of that story. So there's this theme here of motherhood. either wanting to be a mom, maybe you have issues with your own mom, your children may not be respecting you the way that you want them to, something like that. Okay, since this is a group reading, it could be several different situations that apply to the various people that may be tuning into this reading. So you just have to use your own intuition to see which one it is that applies to you. Okay, so next we have door opportunities are waiting for you. So that's some good news, okay? We could all use some good news, especially with this Page of Pentacles. So if you've been working on manifesting something, it seems like it's going to create some opportunities for you. We have Flute, disappointment in a friend or a lover. Okay. Money will be coming to you. That's great. So it seems like when it comes to finances, you all are going to be fine. I don't see any bad finance cards here. It's just more about your mental well-being and your physical well-being. That's something that you all need to work on. We have Pale, time to get out of a situation. Okay, make sure we have the protection card under here. Make sure you're doing what it takes to protect yourself, setting the proper boundaries, so that way you're protecting your well-being, both physical and mental. Some of you might have some physical situations that you need to get out of, whether it be physical abuse or something. Some of you, your mental is not... you're not doing so well mentally due to a certain situation you're having with a particular person. And for a lot of you, it seems like this is going to be a situation with your mother. Okay, we have Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Okay, so like I said, for money, it seems like you all are pretty much good when it comes to that. We have Dagger, fear, worry, tense situations. Claw, be careful, do not take risk. I really don't like telling people to take a risk or not to take a risk, but I will agree with be careful. And I will say don't risk your physical or mental well-being. So I will say that when it comes to risk. So if you need to get out of a situation, do what you have to do in order to do that. Also, be careful if you are trying to conceive a child. Be careful about what some of the practices you might do or some of the things people might tell you to do. You don't want to do something that causes harm to yourself because you want to achieve a certain result so bad. So be careful about health risks that you're taking. And that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if this was all over the place, y'all, okay? So just to kind of recap, it appears that for the Aries that are going to be watching this video, the Aries that are meant to watch this video, there's some issues surrounding a mother figure. Okay, for some of you, there's an issue with your actual mom. Maybe you did not feel like they protected you growing up. They weren't a good mother to you growing up. They didn't have your back. They did not mentor you, show you the way as they should have. Some of you are possibly pregnant or trying to conceive a child right now. So you may have to do a few extra things like, you know, making sure that you're eating healthier, making sure that you're exercising, making sure that you're mentally taking the time to relax, not worrying too much, not putting too much on your plate when it comes to your mental, so that that way your fertility won't be negatively impacted by the fact that you might be overworking or overthinking something. And then some of you are needing to possibly get out of a situation. Maybe you and your children need to leave a situation in order for you all to be safe. But I do see here there is going to be good news coming to you when it comes to finances. So, you know, that is a good thing that we see here. Manifestation and finances, not having to deal with financial disappointments, I guess. Your disappointments are probably more likely with people. The people in your life that are supposed to be there for you, to help you, to guide you, to be a shoulder for you to lean on. Okay, so that's all I have. Again, sorry if it was too specific. I just have to go off of what I see. And if it did resonate with you, please feel free to let me know in the comment section. Also, please like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day. Bye.